Good afternoon, everybody. Christine Varconi here in our streaming center, and we have some really special guests with us here again today. We are talking Pelotonia because registration is now open, and thousands of people have actually already registered for the Peloton this summer. Joe and Santino, they are joining me right now. The COO and one of our Pelotonia riders are here. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for being with us here today. Joe, you guys have already raised $1 million. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy week. We had our biggest registration launch week ever. We launched last Thursday on the 20th. Had over 2,500 people sign up to either ride, volunteer, or virtual ride so far. It's been awesome.
Awesome. And Santino, you are one of them.
Yep. Yeah, I just actually registered this week for the 100-mile ride in August.
Okay, and you have a special reason as to why you ride. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so my story started about 7 years ago when my mother was diagnosed with glioblastoma brain cancer. And it's one of those cancers that really give cancer a bad name. And after she fought for 16 months, she unfortunately lost her battle to cancer. And, you know, in memory of her and as kind of a promise I made to her, I told her that I would pursue a career in medicine and then hopefully be able to help patients like her and, you know, their loved ones who are afflicted by brain cancer. So, in the meantime, I started school at Ohio State College of Medicine, and now last year was actually my first year riding in the 100-mile race, and so this year I decided to double down, but it was really just to kind of, though my ultimate goal is to help treat and potentially, you know, help find a cure for cancer, I want to put my money where my mouth is now and help raise all the funds and everything I can do to help kind of facilitate that mission in the meantime.
Joe, you hear a lot of stories like Santino's, a lot of personal stories, and yours is a personal one too. If I'm not mistaken, I heard you guys chatting a little bit earlier. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so 12 years ago, I was actually a college student, my final semester of my senior year of college, and I was diagnosed with testicular cancer. So, you know, went through treatment and, you know, I'm fortunate to be here, call myself a survivor, and Pelotonia was something that I found after going through that experience that really something that gave me hope, that gave me an opportunity to meet tons of people, and now I'm fortunate enough to be a staff member. So it's been awesome.
That's fantastic. And over the years, you guys have raised more than $200 million, already raised $1 million this year. Tell us a little bit about where all that money goes and why it is so important, and really just how this has already helped the community in Central Ohio already over the past 12 years.
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of stories of people who are benefiting, who are living longer lives, who, you know, are doing things that they didn't think would be possible because of the money that's been raised through Pelotonia. You know, all the money goes to the James Cancer Hospital, the Solov Research Institute at Ohio State, and you know, we've raised $208 million so far. We're going to keep going. You know, we hope to add hundreds of millions of dollars to that over the next decades. And, you know, what is critical for us is to invest in innovative and new cancer research and to give opportunities to young scientists and to try out new projects. And I think it's just a wonderful opportunity for our community, and we're making real progress.
Santino, what was that first ride like for you last year? What was that feeling like, knowing that you were riding with a very specific purpose and a very specific person in mind?
Yeah, the whole day was incredibly emotional, but it was you know, a once in a lifetime kind of experience. You know, all throughout the ride, the trail is filled with a community of support, with survivors, with people undergoing treatment, all having signs rooting you on. There's some awesome stories along the way. I remember, I think around like the 30-mile mark, we stopped and there was somebody handing out like plastic roses in memory of a little girl named Sophia who died when she was 12 years old from cancer. And it's stories like that it's like the moment you start feeling sorry for yourself in that August heat and along that 100-mile ride, it brings it all full circle. And you know this ride is not for you. It's like for a greater purpose and for, you know, this community of support that is Pelotonia, and that is, you know, that cancer support community.
So we've got our Facebook viewers. Thank you for joining us, everybody on NBC4i.com, as well as on Facebook and our YouTube. Thank you, David and Christina and Michael, for watching. Michael is actually unfamiliar with what Pelotonia is. So maybe, Joe, you'd be a great person to explain exactly what the ride is and what it does for the Central Ohio community.
Yeah, absolutely. So this will be our 12th year. We, as an organization, Pelotonia, put on a 3-day sort of experience that culminates in a bike ride every August. And we have between 7,000 and 8,000 riders sign up, commit to raising money, 3,000 volunteers, 3,000 virtual riders who all sort of raise money for cancer research. And it culminates in this weekend where people can ride between 25 and 200 miles on a bike out through the Ohio countryside and do it as a community together. And really the organization was founded on we can do more together faster, and I think it's proving to be true. And it's been a really, really wonderful thing for our community, for our city, for Central Ohio, and really for the country as a whole, because the cancer research that happens here at the James,
it's shared,
and it's helping people all over the world. And we are very, very lucky to have institution that amazing.
Yeah, Santino, you attend that institution now, so it kind of goes full circle for you. At Ohio State and in Columbus, we kind of live and breathe Ohio State, and Pelotonia has really become a part of our community over the past decade. Do you see that ringing true in the college with your classmates who are supported, by the ride, at the university?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, just that kind of what he was saying is we can do things better together and, quicker together. And that kind of collaborative spirit runs true throughout the university. I mean, even on Team Buckeye and our Peloton, we actually have graduate students from the College of Medicine, physical therapy, occupational therapy, nursing. So it's this kind of team mentality that we're starting at this big picture with Pelotonia, but also bringing into healthcare, and is a palpable energy kind of on the medical campus. So it's something really, really cool to be a part of.
And Joe, we actually are here today to also talk about the new slogan that you guys are doing, "Be Legendary." What does that mean?
Yeah, for us, it's, we have the opportunity to hear amazing stories really every day, to meet amazing people. And to us, every community member that's ever joined our movement is a legend. And I think we wanted to create a platform this year to share those stories and to let teams highlight team members, and for us to highlight community members who have made a monumental difference in one way or the other, whether that's volunteering and making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the riders, or holding a sign, or riding 200 miles, or donating. Everybody's really, really important to us. And this new campaign, Be Legendary, is going to be really fun. We've introduced a new color, gold, which has been really cool. This is,
you want to show everybody? Yeah. That's nice.
This is the new arrow for this year, which has been really fun. It's been cool to start to see it on cars around town. So we're having a lot of fun with it. The community's had a lot of fun with it so far. And I think one of the new things we've never done before is use photography in marketing, which surprises a lot of people.
Yeah.
We've always used vector images and sort of, for us, this is a chance to let people see themselves, on our marketing, on a billboard, on our website. And I think that's really special, because at the end of the day, this organization belongs to the community. It doesn't belong to us as an organization. It's the community's organization. There's 20 of us that are lucky enough to get to show up every day and try to take care of it, but it'll be a fun year celebrating it.
That's awesome. Yeah, very exciting. And everything you need to know, there's a web story up on NBC4i.com. If you would like to register for Pelotonia, there, like Joe said, there are many, many ways for people to be involved in Pelotonia. If they can't ride, they can be a virtual rider. That's at a lower fundraising point. Yep. They can also be a volunteer, which is really greatly needed, to help with all of the riders. How many riders did you guys have last year?
So we had about 7,500 riders.
That's crazy.
More than 3,000 volunteers, and more than 3,000 people that signed up to virtual ride, which is really someone that's just signing up to fundraise, and they believe in our cause and want to do something to contribute.
And it's a real family event as well. Riders can be as young as what, 14, I think?
14. Yep, 14 is the youngest we have for riders, but there's no age limit to cheering on a participant and watching people finish.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And thank you, Joe and Santino, for being here today. We really appreciate it. Like I said, there's a link in the description of this story on NBC4i.com where you can just click it above or below, wherever it is for you, to find out more information and find out more about all of the money Pelotonia has raised over the years. Really excited to be with you guys today. And we encourage you guys to go out and sign up. And if you have any hesitations, I'm sure if you go to pelotonia.org, there's lots of information, extensive frequently asked questions section there. So thank you guys so much for being with us today, and we will, I'm sure, see you soon.
Thank you.